Jokers.
Welcome back, everyone. My name is George. This show is Don't Panic Flip, and man, we're back after it was a week off, and we have a couple of guests from someplace in the world. We have Dice. Dice, how you doing this evening?
I'm doing absolutely fantastic. How is George and Janelle doing this evening?
I'm doing amazing. We also, I just ran into the sword over here as the plunger.
Dangerous.
We also have Janelle back here, who we've had as a guest a few times now. Janelle, how are you doing? Galactic. Well, and I used the phrase, which is one that's in Zoe's vocab book that says it's stelliferous.
Stelliferous.
Which is of and or pertaining to stars or constellations.
Well, there you go. Yep, that's how I'm doing.
That's how you're doing. Also, Iron Fox, Higher Peanut, and Bass Tone, good evening. Thought a few days ago that I hadn't seen you for a bit. Yeah, Bass Tone. I drove from here to Tennessee, picked up Guardians of the Galaxy, dropped off Total Nuclear Annihilation with Joe Fox, and then kept driving to South Carolina. Ended up doing only a single stream. I was hoping to do 3, but ran into issues with Guardians of the Galaxy that I was only able to repair on like late Tuesday night, where I couldn't make that stream happen. But we went on TPM Thursday, and that was from South Carolina at my brother's, and then drove back Saturday. Started driving back Saturday morning, and got back really late last night. So that was a trip. And speaking of trips, Dice, you are going on a trip very soon. Are you comfortable announcing kind of the gist of where you're going? Because I love what you have planned.
Absolutely. I will be going to Las Vegas for a marijuana convention, and then I will be going to 3 different cities in Florida after that for 3 different marijuana conventions. Then I will be shipping up to Boston, as the Dropkick Murphys say, to open my second dispensary, and then I will be ending up in Sleepy Hollow, New York to shoot a movie that I wrote over the course of quarantine.
Howdy y'all, Joe Hills right here.
Joe Hills! Oh my god, did you just drop 525 people on the stream?
I was like, it's a palindrome day today. Everybody's like, it's an irrational holiday. Let's celebrate pie. And I'm like, no, we will have order 525 precisely for George, Don't Panic Flip, playing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That's how we're rolling here.
That's how we're rolling. Oh my gosh, Joe, thank you so much, and thank you for stopping by. If you're just joining us, this is what we have going on today here is some Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I almost said Total Nuclear Annihilation, but Joe,
no,
you've
that's
got...
the one you left at my place.
Exactly, yeah, that's the one that we left at your place.
Total Mutant
George, one of your
Annihilation.
Elgato's crapped out, I think.
I just, thank you so much. I have a button on my Stream Deck that brings me to a different view that has the belly cam that I like to use, but I don't have it plugged in right now. So I caught that like a second before you did. Oh my god, we have another raid. Seraph is raiding with a party of 15. First of all, Joe, my hat's off to you. And I must say, thank you so much for hosting and hanging out and inviting me to the board game convention. I had such an amazing time while I was out by you last week. That was a really, really good fun week.
Oh, I'm so glad. And I'm looking forward to hearing about the rest of your trip, because you went all the way from Colorado through Nashville to the East Coast. That's pretty big travel there.
Right. So yeah, that was so I was here to Tennessee to then South Carolina, hung out around Charleston for the week, and then drove all the way back in 2 days. So that was Saturday and Sunday. And let me tell you, like 25 and a half hours of driving in 2 days. That's a little on the rough side. Also,
Oh wow, I'm amazed you're standing.
It's it's definitely, yeah, it was something. Lots of phone calls to family and friends, lots of music, lots of podcasts. It was quite the trip. So yeah, double raid bow. I love that, Iron Fox. Thank you. And then Seraph, my hat's off to you as well. Thank you so much. Stream looked awesome. I happened to swing by and check things out. And Joe Hills, you were streaming Hermitcraft again. I think you relaunched Hermitcraft last week?
Yeah, I think last Saturday was when our first episodes dropped, and yeah, so I've got my third episode out today. I've been having so much fun playing games with my friends, and that's one of the things I love about the pinball community too. Is like y'all are all about playing games together, and so for the people who are coming in from the Minecraft raid, there's actually a lot of overlap in kind of the goodwill toward your fellow players necessary to all be in a pinball tournament together, much like playing on a server together. It's just good to see.
It is. And that's just one of the cool drivers, I feel like, to pinball, and yeah, and even your own is that sense of community. It's so cool. It really is enjoyable. But I'm gonna get a game started, and I'm gonna choose 2 players here, and we're gonna focus today on kind of walking through the base rule set and talking a little bit about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, right? Because this is a game I don't think you've played, have you, Joe? No. Okay.
I've played it at Game Terminal, actually.
Okay. And Joe, what do you think of TMNT?
I mean, I liked it when I played it, but, until you really have time to learn the rules, it's hard to, know a game, right? So I had a few lucky multi-ball triggers, and I was like, either this game is really easy, or I'm very unlikely to ever do this again when I played it. So, yeah, I don't really know what to think yet. I haven't played it enough times.
Okay. So I'm going to do a quick walkthrough of kind of what the goals are. First of all, if you're familiar at all with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, you know that there are 4 turtles, right? And what's fun is you get to play as any one of them, and they have unique kind of starting abilities. They're not that crazy. Also, hi Jeff, welcome. Candalis, welcome. Chaotix, welcome. Mr. Hardluck, welcome. I got to hang out with Mr. Hardluck. I'm so distracted, and I'm very distracted.
Sorry,
I
can't see. There's like a giant glare right there.
Oh, right there?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. Can we do something like this?
There we go.
Does that help a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe, and I scooch forward.
And so getting back to the game, you can play as any one of them. There's some unique abilities, and we'll get into that as we play through each one of them. But the goal here is to play through 8 episodes of the game, which are like episodes in the television show, and you'll see all of your favorite like 1984 style characters that end up showing up. Chaotix, thank you so much for those bits. That's appreciated. And this is old school, right? Like there is Krang is in the back. You got Bebop and Rocksteady. It's the cartoon, and it's so great. But you make it through the 8 episodes, and those are initiated by hitting left ramp, right ramp, and then making it under the bus, which is over here in the back. That actually allows you to start your scene. So we're gonna start there, and then I'll walk you through a little bit about how to actually complete each one of the scenes. That's actually pretty straightforward. And to start off, I'm gonna plunge with Raph.
Why are the colors messed up?
The colors are messed up. Thank you, by the way, whoever noticed.
That is
I'm sorry.
Heart 90. Sorry.
No worries. Yeah, so the colors are absolutely messed up on the capture. Wow, I'm just going crazy. It's a loose connection inside the backboard. I duct taped it, and the duct tape isn't helping right now at all because the board is getting so hot that the connection's coming loose. So I decided we're just gonna go with it. The colors are cool. Think of it as synthwave or vaporwave.
Yeah, I do all sorts of weird stuff with colors and filters and stuff on my stream. Just pretend this is intentional, people.
Yeah, exactly. In fact, if you guys, so I only found out recently because I lurk so much on your stream, Joe. I didn't realize that as you get donations, your camera gets bigger and bigger and bigger, right? Where it actually becomes distracting at a certain point, and then to get it to be less distracting, you have to make it so big and so transparent that suddenly it's like we've just got the bottom half of your chin or something, and it's at like 90% or just your eye, yeah, and it's mostly transparent. I really like that. That's fun.
Thank you. Yeah, that's what let me quit my day job. I went from making $6 a stream to enough to not work at an agency anymore. It's been good.
That's awesome. And yes, Dasborg, old school. You mean my Ninja Turtle? It's my Ninja Turtles too. There's just been so many different variations of Ninja Turtles. I wanted to be specific, I guess, about which one. It is the 1984. Also, Janelle, you are up.
Yeah. Is this the unbeatable, like the NES version?
Oh, no it's not, because Escher came over here and beat it, I think, in an hour, multiple times.
I feel like Escher doesn't count.
Escher should not count. I feel like on beating these games.
I feel like I'm like warped, but you're still like taller than me. I'm just wearing really tall shoes. That makes me more eye to eye with you, and it's weird.
Oh, so you're saying playing in heels is somehow messing with your pinball abilities?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Okay.
I don't have pinball abilities.
Also, the power stands. By the way, Game Club Central, thank you so much. That's appreciated. And how did you get 300 people to watch you? Something must be wrong. I do not see a hot tub. Oh, I see why now, says Game Club Central. I think he's referring to you. But that
No,
was,
he's referring to you. Oh, wait, no, I get it. Okay.
oh, no, you got another one. Keep going. All right. So you are trying to hit right now the left ramp and the right ramp in order to qualify a mode. That's also awesome if you can do that. There's your right ramp, and that's going to put you immediately into a multi-ball because evidently you started with, what's his name? Donatello, whose his ability is he gives you, because of his technological abilities, gives you a multi-ball.
Burp?
I did just burp, sorry. Somebody made me a drink that was very carbonated. By Game Club Central, dropping another 100 bits. Thank you.
I can smell it. It smells like pizza.
Is that just because I haven't had pizza?
Is this a scented pin?
Oh my god. So because of his, the fact that he's so technologically advanced, you get to start off with a multi-ball, which is great. The problem is that you can't start a mode before you start that multi-ball, which makes the mode itself a little less, the multi-ball itself a little less awesome. Usually you want to bring a multi-ball into a mode.
Hey, George, do you hear that?
What is that?
Hype train coming.
Oh my gosh, we got a hype train. Game Club Central dropping another 200 bits. You're amazing. Thank you. And oh my god, that
Until
train
you burp
whistle
again.
is awesome. I'm sorry?
Until you
It's
burp
just-
again.
Oh. Game Club Central, I'm gonna have to give you that back for the streaming sun. I don't have it enabled right now. And I'm feeling like it was a good thing it's not enabled at the moment.
Yeah, I was gonna say, George, you can get a train whistle at any children's toy store. Like, I just went to the local toy store and it was on a shelf for $3 or whatever.
Okay.
Oh, that was like a legit whistle. Like you blew that.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, I'm not on camera right now, but yeah. If I do it wrong, you can tell it's like. See, like you wouldn't be able to do that with a soundboard.
Queen Dark Lady, Mr. Hardluck, good evening. Mr. Hardluck dropping 300 bits. My hat's off to you. Thank you. And I think I said it earlier, but Queen Dark Lady, it was awesome meeting you. Mr. Hardluck, it was awesome meeting you. I had so much fun. Thank you guys so much for making that a really, really fun weekend. So I had started a mode, right ramp, left ramp, and then I hit the middle. Now I'm in a scene, or sorry, an episode right now, and this episode wants me to hit the left ramp, right ramp again. So I'm gonna backhand that one, and now it wants me to hit the left ramp, and now it wants me to hit the left orbit. Totally got there. And try that again. You know what? I'm just gonna backhand that shot. And okay, now we've got the left ramp and left orbit lit again. I'm gonna go left ramp. And that is gonna finish off that mode. So that mode's done, and you can see this the light right by Krang's face right here is now lit solid, and we're moving on to our second mode / scene. Cappy McCappy, welcome to the stream, and thank you for oh no, that left outline. That, by the way, is called getting Borged, because John Borg likes to put this little piece of metal in between the two in lanes, which often causes a bounce to go down that left outlane.
That's like what
evil.
happened with the Game of Thrones. That you were playing at Kyle's.
Oh, Guardians of the Galaxy. But yes,
yeah.
Kyle hates Guardians of the Galaxy. He played it so many times and it drained so many times. All you. Show us how it's done.
No.
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 Chris and Chill, thank you so much for that follow. And I'm so sorry I interrupted you, Joe.
I was just gonna say. Also, it's nice to meet you, Janelle. I don't think we've actually been on a call together.
Hi, Joe. Hi.
If we have,
Oh,
it was
no.
like
No.
it was
I'm
very
such a bad
briefly.
host. Okay.
Yes, yes. Did you guys play board games together out in whatever state you were in?
No, myself
can't
and
do
the other
chicken
folks
dip.
at the convention did, but George got there kind of late and was pretty tired, so we didn't make him play games with us. We just palled around on the back patio of the hotel for most of the
And-
time.
Talked for hours. That was actually a lot of fun.
I think I saw the picture of everybody on the Discord.
Yeah, it was just really fun just being outside. The weather was gorgeous, and so we just sat outside, enjoyed some snacks, some drinks. Caught up,
Yeah. Uh-oh.
What?
I just nudged. Is that going to come back? Yeah, okay, it came back. It's a temporary loss there.
I think I'm going to be out that region in about a month. No. How many? June, whenever that is.
Oh,
I don't
awesome.
know. No concept of time.
What brings you out this way?
A friend of mine lives in that area, and she's getting married.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
Nashville is a big bachelorette party capital right now, so there's plenty of places to go.
She's actually out a little east of there, Chattanooga.
Oh, yeah. I've got a lot of family that lives down in Chattanooga. That is a beautiful part of the state. It's way less built up than Nashville. Also, there's a pinball history museum in downtown Chattanooga within
Nice.
walking distance of a place that makes their own beer. So you can get the all-day wristband at the pinball place, go back and forth to the brewery for meals. It's pretty nice.
And watch
That's
your
a nice setup.
and watch your playing get better as you go back and forth.
Well, it's not about getting better. It's about feeling better about yourself.
On that note, then, about the Pinball Museum, Dice, when you're out in Vegas for the marijuana convention you're going to, are you going to hit up the
You have
Pinball
to say
Museum?
it right.
Oh, I'm sorry, marijuana?
Why would you want to marry George?
Sorry, what?
Marijuana. Why would you want to marry?
I agree. Did that give you the ball lock? Oh my god, there is a ball in there. I don't understand why I kicked mine out. Lucky goose.
Were you asking me if I'd be stopping off to see Tim at the Pinball Hall of Fame?
Yes, exactly. I mean, I didn't know his name was Tim. We're not on a first name basis, but I'm assuming that's the person who opened that up, right?
Yep, that is his collection. Some of those were the games he had on location before he packed up and moved out to Vegas.
Okay. And sorry, so are you going to be stopping by Tim then?
I will try to make time to stop by Tim's. I'm there for business. Gotta run the booth.
Okay.
Meta King Nightman says Chattanooga is the best place in Tennessee. My wife and I went on our honeymoon there. Mick Leslie 13 says, heck, sign me up for a Chattanooga trip. Gusty Gal says, oh well, I have family near there. I'll have to visit.
TNK, I assume you're talking to me. If you very discreetly let me know where you live, yeah, I could probably hook you up with some product.
I mean, they could have been talking about samples of Chattanooga.
Yeah, I mean, you couldn't bottle the stuff, but you could try.
It's very refreshing.
Right on. Okay, I'll see you there, CNK. I'm leaving Friday.
There you go. Chaotic says soil samples.
Soil samples, exactly.
Yeah.
Big forestry service presence in Chattanooga. Forest service, not forestry. Cardinal sin.
Oh my gosh.
How much does that pizza mess with you, or does it help?
It does actually mess with you quite a bit. All right,
I
trapping
believe
up
we've all
here.
had a pizza like that at one
Hey there,
point.
pinball
That
fanatics.
has
It's your
messed
old
you
pal,
up,
Hey, Trevor Wilson
absolutely.
here.
Whoa!
Yeah, follow.
Thanks for watching someone play
Subscribe.
pinball on the computer. Are you kidding me? Come on, learn a skill. Got a trade. I know there's a pandemic going on, but pinball? Geez, you could be playing pinball. You're sitting there watching someone else pinball. You're like the sad guy at the bar who didn't bring any friggin' quarters. Hope you have a great day. Cheers. Thanks so much for watching.
Hey, Bomped420, thank you so much for that sub. That is appreciated. That is what heroes do. Is what he was saying there, and my hat's off to you. You know, it's funny, Dice. I think I don't know if I brought this up to you, but somebody pointed out recently that was it you? That Cookies is a marijuana brand of clothing.
I brought it up to you first, and then someone at the gym, who was obviously a partaker, complimented you on your hat.
Yes,
And
I
assumed
was
he sounded a
unaware.
lot like, nice Cookies hat, man.
Yeah, that's exactly what he sounded like.
And then he probably went off to find some sort of recreational gym beverage, maybe a kombucha.
A kombucha?
Kombucha, I like that.
Finally, I saw a new season of Letterkenny on International Women's Day. Oh,
Chaotix, it was such a good season, and I'm very excited that it's set.
I need to catch
that
up.
season set us
Yeah.
up for the Shoresy spinoff.
the Shoresy spinoff.
Yeah, there's a Shoresy spin-off coming.
Glorious.
Now, I can't remember, Joe, are you a partaker of Letterkenny?
No, I haven't seen Letterkenny. Sorry.
Oh, no, all good.
Figure it out.
There's
I
so
you know,
many
I've
quotable
seen
lines
a lot of
in it.
Canadian television. I've watched the Red Green Show. I've seen every season of Little Mosque on the Prairie, but no, I just haven't seen Letterkenny.
What was that? Strangers with Candy? That's the old sketch comedy
that
show.
got a lot of airplay on Comedy Central here.
Yeah.
Whenever I was homesick from school.
Don't mule kick me.
I'm sorry.
Pinball
Shut
Network
up.
rating with 11 BA.
Pinball Network, thank you. Welcome to the stream.
Oh my god, he just ran in.
Now for the real question, George. Which one of them is leading the raid?
That has got to be that is Frisco Pinball, I think, who's leading the raid today. And
Howdy,
welcome.
Frisco.
So with us
You
tonight,
indicated Chaotix also enjoyed Red Green.
red green. No, I'm thinking
Yeah,
of blue red.
The Red Green Show was basically about these guys who ran like a lodge out in rural Canada, and they had all sorts of like weird segments about how to like, you know, let's say that you wanted a car that was wider but you couldn't afford a Humvee. You know, here's how you duct tape two Hondas together and make the steering work.
Okay.
It's very, very like, you know, it's like, oh, hey, you want an automated way to mow your lawn, but you can't afford a robot lawnmower. Well, you know, let's figure out how to, you know, tie something. If you put a big post in the middle of your lawn, and then you tie a rope to the lawnmower, it'll just go around it like a tetherball, you know, that sort of thing.
Okay.
Hello, Frisco Pinball. He says, hello, George. I'm friends.
Frisco! Oh no. So what I'm trying to do here is actually make some progress on my modes. I need to hit this layer shot over here. Yeah, let's see if we can do it. Nope. I totally. That was an egregious kick right there. If anything, I accidentally hit the wall trying to hit that.
Yeah. Just waiting for your paintings to fall down.
Ah!
I've never seen someone stop a stream midway through and change it to a text stream as they grab some plaster because they kicked a hole through their wall.
Well, there is a first time for everything.
You know, I really
I'm
like this
in the
idea.
danger zone.
I
The what?
really like this idea. Like, hey, I'm gonna put a new PCI card in my computer. Okay, now we punched a hole in the wall, so luckily we got our spackling gear right here. You just pull it out from directly under the desk, you know.
They're
I
like,
like that. Yeah, I don't know, it's like every stream you end up doing something completely different that was wildly unexpected.
Yeah, I think that has a value.
That Red Green show that you were talking about sounds like the opposite of Pimp My Ride.
I mean, kind of. It's like, well, what if you didn't have any money, though? Like, a lot of those shows are like, oh, yeah, if you had an unlimited budget, what could you do with your car or whatever?
Well, yeah.
It's like, you've got duct tape and a rope. What can you do with anything motorized in your general vicinity?
Yeah.
Or, you say that, or if you happen to live somewhere in Texas, you can get away with like $40,000 total on a house and end up with a mansion. I don't understand how they do that on HGTV.
It's now the Magnolia Network.
Oh, that's a good point. It is the Magnolia Network.
Dude Dad.
Who is out here in Fort Collins now?
He is. With his new TV show called Super Dad.
I'll never understand those house renovation TV shows. They're like, she breeds rare iguanas for a living, and I'm an amateur banjo player. Our budget is $5 million.
Exactly. Well said, sir. Because that,
Yeah.
if I was more funny, I would have said exactly that. Waco, Texas is kind of a dump. Is what from Zexy. I haven't been to Waco.
Das Bork. Actually, most of Tim Allen's material for Home Improvement came from his stand-up career.
Yeah. Oh, what was
That's how he developed the grunt and the. This is going to be a terrible impression.
Yeah. What was Binford? There's a Binford Tools on the way to Denver with the same logo and everything. That was the sponsor of his TV show.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Zexy. Waco is where most of those cheap Texas houses are sold. Didn't something else historically happen in Waco, Texas?
Well, yeah, there was a big problem in Waco a few years back with law enforcement overreactions. Yeah, it's been a problem nationwide now, but they really kicked that off.
West Texas sucks in
More in the
general.
90s.
It says chaotics.
Chaotix, right?
Yes. Sorry, I read like Adam Sandler in most of his movies.
Like Billy Madison. Couch. See.
Are you going to the mall later?
No, I'm not going to the mall.
Oh my
Yes.
gosh, that's I went to see my daughter down in Colorado Springs, and I saw a Hollister and an Aeropostale, which are two stores I did not know existed anymore.
Oh yeah, they still exist.
They do.
Yeah.
I know whenever I'm coming up on Abercrombie and Fitch in our local mall because I can smell it like 2 halls away before I get there.
Yeah, same with Hollister. Like the whole like Banana Beach hut, like top with like the shutters and yeah, that's
Yeah, and your throat closes up a little bit. You're like, oh god, that smell.
yeah, yep, yeah, and the food court like. Walking through the food court with like all the like brown mosaic tile and the fountains, I swear like a Gorgon was gonna like come flying through there at any moment.
Yeah, but at least 11 could just throw a car at it.
This is true.
Who is excited for season 4 of Stranger Things?
Woo!
I got it. Sorry, what did you say about season 4?
Who's excited for season 4 of Stranger Things?
I
Yeah,
am.
well they keep pushing the date back by like 4 months. Like it was supposed to be out in November and then February, and now when is it? What's the update?
The first half is coming out in May, the second half is coming out in July.
Okay.
They're only 6 weeks apart.
They're gonna make every bit of money off of it they can.
They're
For a
cutting it
show
in half because this is going to be the longest season yet.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's going to be longer than 8 hours.
Well, this was a show that was only designed to be one season, and when
Yep.
it like caught on like gangbusters,
And now we're getting 5.
yeah,
Well, see, I don't know though, because one of the things I liked the most about the first season was that it was 3 different movies combined, right? There's the adult movie, there's the teen movie, and there's the kids movie, right? And they all had plots that ended up intermingling and creating a series, you know, of an appropriate length. But then they kind of dropped that genre boundary or age range boundary when they got to season 2. And the show was still interesting in a lot of ways with the premise and everything, but I felt like what made it technically interesting from a writing standpoint was lost after that first season.
Right. Well, the first season.
Yeah.
What?
Can't believe you
Flip stream.
Don't
Oh wait,
Hello.
panic, Flip.
I can't.
I mean,
Oh,
you're
I can't get there. No.
you must
Flip stream, you're amazing.
there if you're wasting your money watching
Wasting your money.
Play pinball.
Exactly, Rank Hill. Thanks to the second season, we got a great pinball game.
So
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
the
I thought you were talking about that game, like that ball right then. It makes so much more sense if you're talking about Stranger Things, the pinball machine.
You know, George, the third greatest pinball machine of all time.
Is it the third greatest, really?
Right behind Taxi and Medieval Madness, yes.
Is that the Pinside rankings? Because I'm...
No, those are my rankings.
okay, because I was going to say, I'm too lazy to go open Pinside, but there's no way.
Oh, the first rule of Pinside is you never check the comments on Pinside.
No, I don't want to open Pinside. Yeah, I'll let people complain to me about Pinside, but like that's their problem, not mine. The second I open the site, now it's my problem.
the
Two
thing
things. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was like
Go
4
yeah,
times.
Wait, yeah. You're good. Please. By the way, this is
The thing
this
about
is the power stance right here.
About the first season is that in order to research the rules, the director had all of the younger kids watch the Goonies and all of like the 1980s like kids movies, right? Like I can't think of all of
E.T.,
like all of like
Never-Ending Story.
right, all of the kids movies
Flight
that
of the
like
Navigator.
just made
Daryl.
all of the kids like bond, right? And then the teenagers had to watch like a whole bunch of John Hughes films to like really get into their characters, right?
Oh, that's really cool. I
And
like
one
that.
of the biggest challenges that they had filming it was the flashlights, because they couldn't find any old light bulb flashlights because all the flashlights were LED. So they had to make them yellow and dim. So yeah, it was
Okay.
fun. Sorry.
That was the
You know,
well,
it's funny
Give 'em
because if you
multi-ball
can
on
get
the right ramp.
incandescent pinball machine bulbs, you might be able to just modify those for a flashlight.
Yeah.
yes.
Like there's got to be somebody in Hollywood who knows how to get a hold of incandescent bulbs.
I have
like,
a bag of like 1,000 of them from when I replaced. I've got 2 pinball machines. I've gone through and replaced all the incandescent lights with LEDs. So I just have bags. I say 1,000. It's probably more like 500. I exaggerated. I apologize.
We're rounding up.
Did you count? Did you count them?
No. Well, I mean, there's some counting. Like I knew based on a picture where like the green ones had to go. So there was a lot of. I'm pulling out a incandescent here and putting in 1 green. Okay, and I'm gonna go do the second one. I've got 10 bulbs. They give me 1 spare. I have 9 that have to go in. So there was some, but I did not count them all. No.
And thanks for coming to this TED Talk.
Yeah.
George, your counting method reminds me of that Mitch Hedberg joke. I saw a billboard that said, estimated lotto, $5 million. I didn't know that shit was estimated. You know this, you wanted to like, sorry, we were off by 2 zeros. We estimate that you are angry.
That sucks we lost him. Also, Zexy earlier asking about the games. It was great right up until that moment where I decided I was finally going to respond to Zexy earlier. It was going pretty well. Zexy also streams, I think has 2 games right now and has a TMNT and has put a decent amount of time into TMNT.
Okay.
You're back up?
Oh.
Man, this would be an amazing 4-person game right now if both of you guys were here in Colorado.
Yeah, sorry I couldn't make it tonight.
Yeah, why didn't you hop in the car with him?
Yeah, you
well, I'm
could've
a
come
single
back.
parent, and so there's only so much, child abandonment you can do before the courts get involved. So,
The
Only if you get
courts.
caught.
I have a teenager. They could have babysat.
Yeah.
Spring break.
good to know for next time.
Yeah, what all teenagers want to do with their spring break? Watch a stranger's kid.
Well, I mean, in fairness, I would pay them. Like, I'm not, expecting them to do it for free. So
We don't
okay.
even know you do. We're not watching your kid. I'll pay you. Where is
Oh, yeah.
Okay, now I'm interested.
Das Bork mentioned earlier, what was it? I see your Waco, Texas, and raise you west. It was someplace west
Western
something in
Colorado.
Utah.
Oh.
And then is mentioning, I hope it's not Western Colorado. I'm adjacent here in Utah. Das Borg, I just recently drove to Utah to go see the Midnight and pick up Tron from Faye, who was out there, and got to hang out with the pinball crowd a little bit.
I'm so excited for this year that shows are back up and happening.
Sorry, what show?
Just shows.
Just live shows in general. Like, I generally go to
got
a
it.
lot of concerts, so the fact that that's back brings me so much joy. And a very large deficit to my bank account.
How do you afford your rock and roll lifestyle?
Because
Right.
now, it's been so long since we got to see any that I'm like, are they coming here? They're not? Okay, how much does it cost to go to them?
Yeah, it's definitely up there. Like as I'm traveling, are you okay?
Yeah, it's warm.
Is it warm?
I'm wearing a sweater dress.
Okay, that seems warm. Let's see. George is rocking out with some all new components. From Cake, you had quoted the
yes.
rock and roll lifestyle, and you were up over here. I complained, but I moved to Utah willingly, Tosborg. So, a Utah trip. I don't know when that is in the cards. If I do, I've got to swing by Mr. Scoot and Flipstream. And there's probably a few other people.
I nudged!
Good job nudging! I saw you nudge twice. You saved it and then you nudged off the flipper to get it across the way.
George, if you end up doing a Utah trip, can you please stream yourself going to the SLC Punk filming locations?
Please!
You got very excited.
My favorite movie ever!
It's a
Ever!
great movie. One of my favorite Matthew Lillard performances.
Thank
Very
you!
underrated.
Thank you. Matthew Lillard was my free pass for forever.
Matthew Lillard
I also loved his very pierced up character in Senseless.
in Senseless.
Senseless.
Yeah, it was a
The,
movie
the
with,
one with,
Damon Wayans and
yeah,
David
where he,
Spade.
like he couldn't, like he
Couldn't
lost,
have said it better, Janelle.
yeah, that's what he, like he lost his sense of touch and his taste and, yes, like slapstick comedy.
He's a college student who wants to go into business, but he literally has no money, and his mom asks for help with bills. So he signs up to take an experimental drugs that will heighten all of his senses, like superhuman strength.
This is a movie?
Yes.
This sounds
Yeah,
amazing.
So
it's
Wayans
from the
movie?
late 90s. It didn't do extremely well, but it's still holds up. It's very funny.
Huh. Wait, what was the name of the movie?
Senseless.
Hey,
Go see
Manu.
Sandlot filming location.
Anu!
Hey, Manu.
Where? Oh, it's crowded in here.
Not in the chat. Not in the chat yet. That movie
Give
is
him a
so
minute.
depressing. SLC, I found SLC Punk to be super, super depressing for me.
Well, you need to rewatch it as an adult.
Is it less depressing as an adult?
It's more
Yes,
entertaining.
because you see him become an adult.
It's very philosophical.
Although in high school, one of my favorite lines from that to use with my teachers was, I'm going to get a 4.0 in damage.
And for the first time in my life, I'm 18 and I can say
I'd rather you didn't do that.
I can't. I
No, you
do it.
can't? Okay.
No.
Well, thank you for holding
He
back.
flips off both his parents.
I'll use my one non-sexual use of the F word for tonight, George.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look, I love you guys. It's all about what's in here. But for the first time in my life,
all
I'm
about
18 and
love.
I can say, fuck you! I didn't sell out, son. I bought it.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's just like his father.
Zexy says, the end of SLC Punk hits me hard. Reminds me a lot of high school in every way.
Mm-hmm.
And Ken Swift, welcome. This table is so stupid difficult. Do you think Borg found out his wife was cheating when he created this? Like he's punishing us? I think Ken Swift is what you're getting at. I don't think so. I think...
You need to just scroll up.
Oh, did I miss something?
There.
Right there. That movie is so depressing.
depressing.
James Marandino of
Oh my
SLC
God.
Punk fame is incredibly accessible via Facebook.
Stupid bastard lake! Sink you fool! It's the Great Salt Lake. It's buoyant. Sink you fool!
I
Sorry.
have not been.
Well, it can't sink a car. This remote has 6 different settings, which I will show you now.
It's a laser disc. There's a movie on there.
Anyone who's seen SLC Punk is enjoying this, and everyone else is like, okay, why are they on
What?
drugs and I'm not?
I mean, I know why I make my choices.
But this one has no waves. Normal waterbed goes.
Napoleon
Get up there.
found poison up his hair. His hair, yeah, his hair. Really makes you think when you're dosing yourself with all that LSD, doesn't it? Makes you think what? The chemistry's the wrong fucking major for a guy like you. It's the wrong major, Bob.
Oh, hey, Sean, do you see any land anywhere? No. It's water.
And I'm not a very good swimmer. Satan's in the house, and he
Apparently-
threatened to kill my mom.
She's
I
a
need to
bull.
watch this again because I don't get any of these quotes.
Well, that's fine, George. I don't either.
Okay.
I'll catch this some other time, I guess. Or, yeah, I'll catch the movie sometime. You know, Manu, maybe put this in the pinball theater so that I, can see it on Friday.
Do you have
Oh,
any
that's
experience in what? Women's clothing? What the F would I be doing in women's clothing?
Extra ball achieved. I think I just started a multi-ball too. The story doesn't even make sense. I have a premium a buddy lent me. I can complete 2 episodes and get as many points from pizza eating mash button. Yeah, I'm on the 2nd episode right now. We just got an extra ball. I'll take that. That was pretty good.
I have not seen SLC Punk, but my roommate relates to it a lot, she says. I've gained,
I don't know what that says about your roommate.
I've gained a new listing on my to-watch list, though.
Oh yeah, Neoria. It's an experience.
Yeah. It's a baby alone in the universe. A punk alone in the universe.
A redneck. Man throws fist. Finds connection.
Oh my god.
But he
It's
did
okay,
raise the
exactly.
devil
It's
that
a reason to
night.
feel alive.
Yeah, Jason Segel. Somebody's
Yeah,
gotta
very
defend
young
the kids,
Jason
man.
One of my favorite scenes at the con. He's like the nicest guy, and then someone bumps him. He's like, "Oh my glasses."
Yeah, punk rock! No, man, it's too bloody violent.
Look, I'm really sorry I had to do that, man. I was just doing my job. I'm a bouncer.
I just
Well,
don't
I'm
like
really
how this
sorry
game
that
is super
happened.
heavy
I
on
hope you enjoy the
multi-ball.
rest of your time in America.
Kicked out the back of a police car. He thought all the cars on his street would look good with no windshields.
All right, we gotta check. Oh my god, no!
George, when I come for the pinball tournament, me, you, and Janelle absolutely need to get stoned together.
Done. I don't get stoned ever, pretty much, but when you're out here, we'll make it a thing, and I'll just have to go retreat into a corner somewhere when when it starts to get bad.
Hit intended shot.
I'll just give you one of the space cakes we make. You'll be good for 3 days.
Okay.
Space cakes.
Yeah, available now in vanilla and chocolate.
What was?
Robbed.
Robbed! Did you guys? It jumped and then ran down the left side and just is like, nope.
You don't
I'm
have
going
the
out.
ball safe
That
turned on when the
Rankle
balls
says you
exit
don't
the
have
lair.
the balls turned on for when the balls exit the lair.
Rainkill, I'm guessing it just got set back to factory default settings.
No, I want pizza.
Oh, it's still me because I had an extra ball. We're gonna beat this.
It's always you, George.
Did the cabinet just troll you?
The cabinet just trolled me. Absolutely.
Oh my god, CNK, that's a brilliant piece of cross-marketing. We could redo the TPN pudding, but make it an edible.
Did you say crotch marketing?
Yeah.
Crotch marketing.
Well, I mean,
God, I wish clips were here.
I'm going to be doing some work with the 420 nurses, so yeah, technically crotch marketing.
Okay, so I read a thing today that said spilling your drink before you've had it, like right after you bought it, is the equivalent of losing your balloon as a kid. So it got me thinking, like, what other adult experiences are equivalent to childhood experiences? And I thought, like, okay, being drunk is the equivalent to like spinning around over and over and over again in your front yard. And maybe actually any stimulant as an adult because we're just trying to recapture our childhood, which is a little morose. But what other experiences do we engage in as adults to try and recapture our childhood? I say as we're playing pinball.
I'd say I'm more childlike than ever. I spend more time crying as an adult than I did as a kid.
Well, that's because my dad told me, stop crying or I'll give you something to cry about.
Right?
I play video games, says Zexy. Mine was a bit morbid. My chemo has been a bit like being a toddler again. George, I'm sorry about your chemo dashboards.
Oh, wow. I didn't hear that, but yes, absolutely sorry about that. That sucks.
I
George
swing
had a
on
more
swings
football Dr.
on my
Scholl's.
stomach. That sounds like fun. The government takes my money just like my dad took my Halloween candy. Says Chaotix.
Future Morgue, not exclusively.
Crotch marketing is another phrase for dating. Says Future
Hey,
Morgue.
you gotta market yourself, you know?
The new Tinder dating craze.
Crotch marketing is another word for something pics. Nobody wants those. Tracy!
Tracy, hi! Tracy's in the chat! Nope.
Almost? No? Is it just calling her again?
I don't know.
Is it like randomly calling?
We seem to have these problems from time to time.
Okay, so no.
We'll have to see if she can lock it down.
I switched from my computer to my phone, and apparently it's recalling the whole group.
Joe,
Tracy and Surreal.
Joe is calling everybody.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it sounds like he's in the background. He's so low.
Oh god, is the audio not working?
No, you're good.
You're good. Jenny girl
Okay.
says she wouldn't know. She never grew up.
Yeah, right? I also feel... No!
It's true. Once I hit about 5'3", I stopped growing up.
Yeah, so the thing is, I've been hanging out still at my streaming PC talking up till this point, but I was like, I really want to go get a beer. So,
Fair.
Ooh, yeah, totally fair. All right, post-transfer. There we go, nice and easy. Hit this left ramp. Oh,
Dice, can you
Things
read?
of
Yeah,
board.
Dice, can you read what Ken's Wift says?
Sure, exactly. I'm so old I remember something called On TV, which has the firstborn and we messed with the vertical hold to see it without paying. Didn't know if I was looking at an elbow or a boob, but it didn't matter.
Ski-Doo, good evening.
My other main man.
Ha.
Is that a reference to his hair? Oh wait, George, was it my turn?
Yeah.
Okay, I just went.
No comment.
Oh.
You got that back. You got it back. All right, so you want to hit that left ramp, right ramp. in order so you can backhand the right ramp. You cannot really backhand the left ramp. I mean, it's possible. You can only do it after a break, because the left flipper gets tired. It works really hard. And
Your left flipper gets tired.
I officially know too much about George.
The left flipper on the game. That wasn't a personal attack. Oh my God, Dice, gifting a tier 1 sub to iSkiDoo. Dice, you are 10 subs away from 500. That is ridiculous.
Does that get him a plane ticket to Colorado?
Wow. Dice is wildly more successful than I am. How about that gets you a place to stay when you're out here?
An entire place to stay?
Yes.
No food?
No
What was
food.
that?
Rating of 14
Sammy
people.
Higgins! Sammy, oh my God, I got bored. Hi, Sammy. Thank you for bringing 14 beautiful people over here. My hat's off. Oh, I can take my actual hats off. And Sammy, it was amazing to meet you out at the board game convention. Thank you again for hanging out. That was a lot of fun.
Ken Swift, that reminds me of Liar Liar. Hey, how's it hanging, Fletcher? Short, shriveled, and always to the left.
Oh my God, that is such a good movie. I need to go back and watch it because somebody had quoted it recently and I forgot some of the scene. Oh, it was my brother Kyle. I was out there was quoting it, and he knew so many more lines from the movie that I had forgotten because it's been a decade.
What's your problem, jerk? I'm an inconsiderate prick!
There's the one about when he gets pulled over and he's like,
I followed too closely. I sped some more. I changed lanes at a stoplight. I changed lanes running the intersection while running a red light and speeding.
Is that it?
That all? No.
Parking ticket!
I have unpaid
parking tickets. MPT3K, good for you, George. Sorry,
Oh, yeah,
MPT3K.
What the hell are you doing? I'm kicking my ass. Do you
Do
mind?
you mind? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, in your bra.
135.
Yeah, in your bra.
Manu, why are you crying? Good for you, George. What did I say? I missed it. Anyway, you
Just
are
slammed
up.
her. You dunked her donuts. You gave her dog a sausage. You stuffed her like a Thanksgiving turkey.
The color of the pen that I hold in my hand. Thank you, Red Drags.
The goddamn pen is blue.
Okay, see that one I can
He
quote
knocked over
with you.
another ATM at knife point. He needs your legal advice. Stop breaking the law, asshole!
Hey, you got it to stick. Ooh, boss
CNK
wave.
would like to hear more about this games convention, George.
Oh, the games convention was awesome. So it was at a fancy hotel.
Fancy.
And I could. There was only fancy rooms left. Nice catch over there. So I had an amazing room while I was out, and they had, and Joe can probably do a much better job of describing this, but I'll try and give like the highlights, and then Joe can come in and clean up after me. They had 2 large rooms dedicated to just gameplay. It was just table after table. They had a 3rd room that was a massive, like imagine a board game aficionado's basement where it's just lined with shelves with all the best games. It's kind of like that, except imagine it was like 3 or 4, so sorry. It's carbonated. I burped again.
Did you have onions today?
Did I have onions? I don't know, maybe? So,
Or you should have Negro, vodka, and Pepsi.
and what was great is there was someone who was managing, I think, all of the games and walking people through like what was happening when. And Joe signed me up to get on the text chain. So whenever big events were happening, they would text about it. And let everyone know that like this event was happening here, and quick, make it to this room over here if you want to jump in on this game. It seemed like it was really well coordinated, and the community seemed to really be enjoying themselves. And for an event like that, it was at such a beautiful location with a Starbucks and a nice restaurant and a swanky bar. It was a lot of fun. Joe, is there anything else you want to add there?
Yeah, just for anybody who's been to like Penny Arcade Expo or PAX, basically if you imagine the open gaming area from PAX, but just as the entire convention is just this huge board game library and a bunch of tables. And you keep saying like how nice this is. Like this thing is 20 minutes outside of Nashville. This is where we go to get away from the nice places. So I'm really wondering what Colorado hotels are like. This is not as nice as George is saying. Like a hotel having a bar is not a big deal here, but it was nice. You know, it's not a bad hotel, but they did have a great patio area out back where we spent a lot of time hanging out too. But yeah, the convention itself, you just check out any game you want, you play it, you check it back in, and you do that all weekend. It's fun.
Okay. And because I live in Colorado, I don't know what kind of hotels Colorado has, but it was, I don't know what I was expecting, but it was awesome. It was so much, the outside patio was great. It was super clean. It was just a great experience.
Mr. Hardluck says maybe we'll see. Let me think about it.
Oh.
She's gonna get the Febreze. Oh, your breath.
Yes.
It was a lot of fun. Sam Higgins says the weather was amazing. Awesome, he says. Not amazing. That's me. Ad-libbing. We might see about attending Expo.
Oh, nice. Expo is a lot of fun.
Maybe we'll see. Let me think about it. No, that tracks. You're such a tease.
Michelangelo.
Absolutely love the game terminal in Nashville. I go every visit.
Ooh, Game Terminal. So Joe took us out to Game Terminal. So that was Sammy, Mr. Hardluck, Queen Dark Lady, Joe, his kiddo, and me, and it was insane. It was so much fun. So I recommend. I got a T-shirt. In fact, I haven't taken it out of the plastic yet.
Is this me? Fish.
What's up?
Me?
Yeah, you. Sorry. I didn't know what you were pointing at, but I got this great Game Terminal T-shirt. You got a ball save?
What is the game terminal? Can you tell us about it?
Yes. It is a barcade, and it is. They have a lot of games, and then they have a lot of outdoor games. It's an adult it's more of an adult playground, I feel like, and they have like food truck style food outside that you can order from a menu. They have a great beer selection. Yeah, it's like it's an adult arcade, but also outside they have giant Connect 4.
Did you burp again?
I did not. Oh my god. There we go, Sammy. Game Terminal is so fun. I'm glad we got to go this time too. Yeah, it was a very cool experience.
Yeah, so the thing about Game Terminal, if to get a sense of the scale, the terminal in the name means like a trucking terminal.
Oh, not like a...
So if you've ever driven past a trucking terminal where you would have like 30 or 40 trucks in a row moving, cargo or whatever, like it's that scale of building, just full of pinball machines. They converted it to an arcade, and so when you're driving up there, it's kind of super sketchy because it's like you're driving past all of these other real trucking terminals, and then you get this one, and it's like, oh, that's the one with the good barbecue and the pinball. Okay, cool.
That's the one with the good barbecue.
Yes, it was really, really good. I had a barbecue salad that was fantastic.
Jenny Girl says, have a good
They
night.
didn't cook the salad.
They did not coat it?
Or they don't cook the whole salad. They put barbecue on the salad.
Yeah, it was, but the barbecue was awesome. By the way, I had barbecue in Kansas. Not good.
It's a distributor's building. It's not happy with you.
It is not. Also, Sammy, yes, that was a salad.
Jenny said goodnight.
Jenny, have a great night. Thank you so much for hanging out.
I feel vindicated,
Take my
George,
ball.
that your brother also agreed with me that you look like David Cross.
His
He doesn't even
brothers-
know the thing. Like, he just laughed. He's like, oh, I see it. Like, that was genuine, which I feel like makes it so much worse.
But I feel like your brother also jumps on any excuse to make fun of you.
Oh, yeah.
Tracy, are you back?
Oh, hello.
Hi,
Tracy!
Tracy!
Hi. How are y'all?
Good.
All right.
My ears are burning. I heard you were talking shit about Texas.
No, that was
What?
the chat.
Yeah, that was
No,
definitely
I'm
the
just
chat.
kidding.
We
It's
would
totally
never.
warranted.
And,
Okay.
and it was just West Texas and Waco.
West Texas is pretty, though. I took a trip to Big Bend, the national park in West Texas, just over a year ago. It was very beautiful. But that was because I was looking at the scenery and not dealing with too many of the people. So,
Where's the place in Texas that has all the cenotes?
Sorry,
The
what's a
cenotes?
cenote?
Cenote is a like an underground river that has like a cavern that kind of opens up and like I don't know.
that's what that word means. I know there's a coffee shop here. There's like a few in West Texas, even just a little bit west of Austin. I went to a few caverns here.
Still your turn.
And I'm not
Dude!
sure.
What? I know that. Yeah, that was.
George, I would like to ask a very dumb question.
Oh my God! Please.
Okay,
No such thing.
well, good, because it's directed at you, Tracy. So, Tracy, you're
Uh-oh.
from Texas. I was listening
Because
to the
it's my
Black Box
question? Wait
Pinball
a second.
podcast, and there was a Tracy from Texas talking about Weird Al. Is that the
That-
same you?
That would be me.
Yes.
That was an excellent episode.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm excited to get to play it, which it will happen at TPF. I know they are streaming it this Saturday on Buffalo. Don't
Yep.
need to advertise, but I will advertise Weird Al Pinball.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm.
I was really hoping to get to TPF this year, but there's just no way logistically to make it happen, sadly. But maybe next year I'll
Oh.
catch you.
Yeah, well, hopefully we see you next time.
I feel like I really want to see you in a drag show as Weird Al.
Oh, I could see if maybe there's video. That has happened.
Oh, that is the most favorite thing I've ever heard.
Those are my early days when I was social.
Ken Swift asking if I'm looking forward to Toy Story. I'm kind of
What's
not.
Toy Story? Oh,
From
Pin?
Jersey Jack. Yeah, it doesn't. I don't know. It could blow. Like if Toy Story becomes just the new movie that's coming out that looks amazing. That's just about the space guy. I can't think of his name.
Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah. So there's a new movie coming out called Lightyear.
Space Dude.
The space guy. I got you there.
The space. I mean, if it's about space, I'll most likely know what you're talking about, right?
But George, we already got a Buzz Lightyear origin story.
I don't. How so?
It was in the ABC cartoon Buzz Lightyear of Star Command.
Huh. All right, so we're gonna let those
You know,
go.
Buzz had a cartoon. And
I
he was
didn't realize-
properly voiced.
Okay.
It's Chris Pratt as Mario as Buzz Lightyear.
Really? Does Chris Pratt have to voice everybody?
Well, he's so good at voicing Chris Pratt, he figured he could try out other more diverse roles.
Oh,
Alright, we're gonna
George,
get that.
speaking of Penny Arcades, have you been to Manitou Springs Penny Arcade?
I have not.
You know about it though, right?
I don't even know where Manitou Springs is.
It's near Colorado Springs.
Oh,
Yes.
I have been there. And no, I haven't. Sorry, I've been to that area. I have never been to Manitou Springs.
Manitou.
Manitou. Tomato.
You say Manitou, I say,
Get out.
I don't know.
Okay, that eye up there is freaking me out.
Oh yeah.
I don't like it.
Makes
You don't like
noises.
the Metro?
It's weird. It looks like Skynet.
It looks like Skynet, huh?
You can rest easy. This was built by Uncle Phil from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Isn't he dead?
A little.
A little? Nearly dead. Nearly dead.
Apparently, all a little dead.
He
Got
said to blaze.
Which we all know means to bluff. I thought you said glittier. Glitterier. Not good.
Oh my gosh, Chris Evans. How did you? So it's gonna say everything about you. How you were introduced to Chris Evans.
Well, he was in Scott Pilgrim, right?
Yes. Yes, absolutely. One of my favorite films ever.
Hi. Good to
But
see you again.
before that,
Nice.
he was in Not Another Teenage Movie,
Yep.
and he had a whipped
That's
cream
Chris. I had
bikini
to look
on
him up.
with a banana in his butt.
It wasn't when you say it like that.
He did have a banana in his butt.
I mean, it was there. I don't know that I'd call it in.
It was in his butt.
We've never confirmed that it's come out, George. It could still be there. It is very there.
I don't know what you're talking about, and I think I'm comfortable with that.
There was tonguing the line. Says Dosborg.
Queen Dark Lady, yeah, he was in the Fantastic
Fantastic
Four
Four,
movie,
yeah.
unfortunately.
It's so funny too because he was kind of awesome in that.
Hey there, pinball fanatics. It's your old pal, Coach Trevor Wilson here.
Sam Higgins.
A bunch of nutsacks for watching.
Sam
someone
Higgins.
play
Oh,
pinball
no.
with the- Are you kidding me? Come on, learn a skill. Got a trade. I know there's a pandemic going on, but pinball? Geez, you could be playing pinball. You're sitting there watching.
Sammy
someone
Higgins,
else
thank you
pinball.
so much
You're
for
like the sad guy
subscribing.
at the bar who didn't bring any friggin' quarters. Hope you have
You
a
need to
great day.
change
Cheers.
your
Thanks so much for
cameo. The
watching.
pandemic's over. Didn't you hear?
Sammy Higgins. My hat's off to you. Thank you so much.
TNK's got a call back. He wants to hear Tracy yell some lines from Liar Liar.
Ah.
I don't remember much of that movie. I don't even know if I've even seen it. fully,
Deleted.
to be completely honest. But either way, I'm no dancing monkey. Get out of here. What's with these requests?
Oh, hey, Tracy, congratulations on your win.
On my win? What did I win?
Tournament this past weekend.
Well,
wanted
yeah,
to-
I got second. Didn't do too bad. Thank you for that. It was fun and exhausting and stressful because I was running it and I was streaming using my friend's rig and equipment and stuff. And,
Congratulations.
thank
So you took
you.
second and you streamed it? That's
And she was
impressive.
running it.
And you were running the
Thrice.
tournament. Wow.
Well, I have to shout out my buds Mark and Jason. They were doing commentary the entire time and helping with the rig with me and everything. And shout out also goes to a lot of the Austin Bells and Chimes members as well as the San Antonio chapter. We had 50 participants and about half of them were just San Antonio folks. So, big ups for them. We love our sister bells, as we call them.
For the people who might not be in the know, Tracy, can you explain a little bit about what Bells and Chimes is?
Ooh, good
Yeah,
call.
so Bells and Chimes is a pinball chapter. We have a bunch of chapters all over the world, and they're for female and non-binary participants, just to kind of create a safe space for pinball and have it be fun and not as stressful and yeah, just kind of in a welcoming environment. Try to get more and more ladies, more different people involved in the pinball scene. So.
And what's the process if somebody wants to start up a Bells and Chimes in their area? What's that process look like to try and get something started?
It might be a little bit different now. The person who started it, her name was Ekna, I believe, and I haven't spoken to her in a while. I luckily was able to reach out to her a few months before pandemic to get that started, but I think she passed it on to, I believe, Tracy Lindbergh is handling it now. There's not really too much of a requirement to meet or anything. You just have to be kind of welcoming and don't be a dick, you know?
Right.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, there's not much to say. You just have to tell everyone else that there are other Bells and Chimes chapters, and yeah.
Could I ask an etiquette question, Tracy?
Sure.
So, like, my daughter is 9. At what age would it be appropriate for me to start taking her to things like this? I would hang back, but I would need to, like, stay in the building type of thing. But I'm not looking for free babysitting either, you know? Like,
thank you for saying that. Because you'd be surprised. I work part-time in an arcade, and there are people who come in, they're like, what do you mean I have to stand by my 8-year-old? I can't leave my 8-year-old here in a strange room with strange people. So thank you. I just want to first off say that.
Sure.
Well, we do all ages. We just started our second league night of the month at Cidercade, which is not all ages because at the time that we usually do our league nights, they put it, up to 21 up. So
okay, so my daughter actually got to play at Cidercade when she was visiting some family in Austin.
Awesome.
And she loves going with me to the coffee shop and getting hot cider. And so she was really excited that she was going to be able to play pinball and get a hot cider, but they only have alcoholic ciders.
Man, I knew that age when I learned what real cider meant.
Yeah,
what a hard truth to learn.
but she did manage to get the 4th high score on the Godzilla there, and was just like, you know what, this was still a good trip. So.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you were to come to Austin again and bring your little baby girl, she can definitely play with us at Texas Gamers Night. That's the first Wednesdays, and that's all ages. But I mean, you could play pretty much any time with any of the members. We're pretty open, whenever someone wants to play on a random day at a random place. We'll meet up and. We go to other events too nearby. San Antonio is only an hour away from us. So they have a really cool place called West Brewing, and there's always kids there. Yeah, I mean, there was a little girl, oh my gosh, I forgot her name, I'm so bad, I'm really bad with names. But Alana? I think her name is Alana, actually.
You can also just say, I don't want to say her name on stream,
Yeah, no, I mean, that's fine. She actually was streamed and placed at the Houston women's tournament. So she's not foreign to any of this stuff. Her parents play pinball and she's really good. Mm-hmm. I saw her get her Red and Ted multi-ball going like immediately get a pot, and like I said, like she plays. So there's lots of kids that are doing events. So
awesome, thank you.
Yeah, that's a really good question to know because right, like you.
Well, because it's hard because like as a single father, I want my daughter to do things with other women, even though but a lot of those spaces I need to be respectful of, like, how do I bring her there but not abandon her there type of thing. So
right.
Good to know.
Totally. I mean, we're totally okay with Bells and Chimes members bringing their friends or husbands or whatever. As long as they're respectful, which if they're knowing what their partner is doing, they're likely going to be respectful. So
That's
it's definitely not a problem if you were to hang around, because we would want to have as many Dolphin Times members as possible and try to get the word out and create a good, safe space that's fun and just promotes positivity in the pinball scene. So we're totally all about it.
Awesome.
That's awesome that you guys are talking about that, because I think in the past I've worked for an interactive hands-on museum, and the museum was treated very much like a child care facility frequently,
Yeah.
and it's just when it comes down to it, it's liability, right? Like, I mean, if the child gets hurt and there's nobody around, like, authorities cannot physically practice healthcare on the child without parental permission
Yeah.
at a certain
Yeah.
age. And ultimately, that's what it comes down to. And 12 to 14.
Yeah, you have to be responsible for your kid, you know? Definitely.
12 to 14 is usually the base mark, especially for like mental health care decisions and stuff like that. So, and I work in a gym, and it's still that 12 to 14 with training and parental release.
Yeah.
So same with gaming, I imagine. What was that place that we all used to go to in Old Town, George, where there was like the cornhole and the exchange, and like there were like all the cornhole things, and like without a veil, there were always like parents like just trashed, and always tiny little babies climbing on the cornhole boards, and I'm like,
Oh, man.
I give this 4 months before those cornhole boards are not out there anymore.
Exactly.
Because somebody's gonna fall off. And are there cornhole boards out there anymore? No, there are not. Oh, did we
If
lose?
a child gets hurt and there is no one around, do they really get hurt? Manu is like, nope, I'll be quiet. It's cool.
He said,
So don't ever leave your kid with Manu. Good to know. All right.
Yep.
No,
Will not give a shit. No.
my mom was a nurse, and I feel like if you have anybody who practices medicine in your family, like, you need to lose a limb before anything is done. Like, is it, like, do you have any feeling? No, you're fine. That's...
I'm off the
I don't
clock.
have any feelings. I was like, no, not really.
They were talking about bananas and butts earlier, so I mean, you came in at a way better time than I did.
I have another extra
we've all
ball.
been there.
I have another extra ball. Sorry.
You're good. I just don't want to get kicked.
Sorry, I'm trying not to.
I saw what happened to Dave that one time he was here.
Oh, crap. I'm on the final mode.
Final! It's the final countdown. Ba-da-doo-doo-doo.
Speaking of that, I just started rewatching Arrested Development, and so like, please don't get that song stuck in my head, because it gets stuck in my head anyways because of Gob. I mean Job.
I was reading something, and it was what's the main character's name? Jason Bateman.
Mm-hmm.
He's the villain. Like, it changed my
Everyone's
perspective.
a villain. Everyone's awful in that. They're just a
Yeah,
family
but
of awful people.
He's the worst, though, because he is the one who turns his back on it. Like, his family, they are true to their word. Like, they are who they are through and through. They're bad people and they're awful people, and they stick to who they are. But he constantly
They're just honest about being bad, so they're better.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. It's weird. It's like, it was, and I can't remember, it was like an essay I read, and it was like, he's the villain in this story. And it, like, you go back and rewatch it with the understanding that he's the villain, that he's always trying to sell his family out, and it's like, holy crap.
Oh, no.
I want to see a team up with that family and the family from Schitt's Creek.
Oh my God. That was loud.
Sorry. Had to save it. Had to save it. Can we
Family
time-
first. immediately abandons family.
It's funny you say that, and I was thinking it'd be funny if they went to, like, Philadelphia for It's Always Sunny, because they're awful people, too.
Aw.
Kind of figure that awful people
I
dealing
could
with other
not.
awful people.
Yeah, I could not get past season 1 in Philadelphia, and maybe that's just because I didn't grow with it.
The first wizard mode.
Woo!
There are some very bad moments in It's Always Sunny, and some episodes aren't even streamable because they're like, yeah, you know what? Maybe we should not have
Yeah.
this on a streaming service because of how racist it is, or how it's just like they keep some stuff in. It's like, wait, so they left that in? Because all this is pretty shitty.
Well, the gang wanted to make Lethal Weapon 5, 6, and 7, and they wanted to be racially accurate.
This is it. I get to do the wizard mode tonight.
Hey!
That's awesome.
I don't think I've ever played Ninja Turtles for longer than like 5 seconds. So I'm just in awe, to be totally honest. But I mean, you own it, so you better know how to play it. No excuses, George.
Well, I mean, Escher beat it, so now, like, I have to beat it.
Competitive mode.
I mean, if you're trying to do anything in comparison to Escher, you're just, I don't know, you're just in for hurting, you know what I mean?
I completely agree. That guy is so crazy good. It's silly.
Well, he's good, and he just knows all, like, the rules and exploits and stuff, so he knows how to get points real fast
Oh my
without
God.
doing too much, and he can get practice in as much as possible, so...
He's only good because he can't legally drink yet. Once he turns 21, he'll be ruined.
I mean, isn't that like this year, though?
Could be.
Isn't it? Say it again.
I don't know, I feel like he's turning 21 real soon, because he
Oh,
was
no, he's
just under
18.
18 when
he's
I
18 or
was
19.
doing commentary for him in 2019. So that was 2 years ago. So he's either 21 or coming up on it.
Higher Peanut says Usher beats machines by default. Sam Higgins says it's a good thing to have goals, though.
Definitely have goals, but don't do it in comparison to someone else. That's all I'm saying.
I was gonna say it's actually Sammy.
Oh, Sammy Higgins. My apologies. This glare is like, and I can't read.
Oh, no worries, no worries. Just I saw
Thank
you've
you.
done that twice, and I know Sammy doesn't appreciate it. So.
Apologies, Sammy.
All right, so I need to hit layer. Got it.
I hired somebody, and her email was thank you for the no worries and the pardon for misusing your name. And her email was Vic, but her proper name is Victoria, and I referred to her as Vic because that was her email, and that was like the only thing that stuck in my head. And she said, "Only my friends call me Vic, and I just met you." I said, "Okay, good to know."
It is Vicky okay.
You have your boundaries. Good. I like that confidence.
Yeah, I would have spun that. Only my friends call me Vic, and I don't have any friends.
I was gonna say, all my friends call me Vic, and we have just met, but we will be friends, and later you can call me Vic.
Yeah.
There's a door there that could be opened, friendship could maybe build.
Now I have
Yeah,
to do
can't
this.
Wait until we're
Question
close
for
enough
you.
for you to call me that.
Yeah, there you go.
CNK, okay, Victor.
I'm looking forward to our future together.
Yeah. Well, the funny thing is I was her boss. It was a good foot
Vertzilla,
to get off on.
which is Ty asking if this is a good game to own after having it for a bit. I'm really liking it. And the pimped out version with all of the stuff, it's so nostalgic, and I grew up playing this a lot. By the way, now I got to try to get to Cowabunga.
Is Usher an
That's the question
MC?
of Spike Man since the beginning of time. Is Escher really an MC?
I do think
thought-
that is maybe where his name comes from.
You know, he's so good at everything else, he might as well start spitting bars.
Oh, see, I just assumed his family name was Escher.
And there that goes.
I thought Tracy said she emceed for Escher. No? Am I missing something?
No, just MC Escher, like the artist.
Oh, huh.
As opposed
But
to MC.
also
By the
could
way,
be a
it's
rapper.
your turn.
Oh, I was about to use the restroom.
Okay.
Well, this will be quick.
Thank you, Brooklyn. I get to call that one a. That was like the most nonchalant wizard mode I think I've ever done. It kind of surprised me, and we played it meh.
I don't need to do the stance because.
Interesting humble brag there, George.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Good job,
I'll
George.
take it.
Yeah, that wizard mode was it was pretty nonchalant. Wasn't really expecting it, but it showed up. I played it.
Normally, I freak out. I guess I should. I don't.
It's okay
Yeah,
to
I was-
be proud of your accomplishments, George.
Thank you. Well, I was so
You are-
blown away by my own modesty there.
Just the modesty you're blown away by not playing.
Modesty.
Gotcha.
I just can't believe how modest I'm being right now.
All right. Take that.
Take that. You just no. You can leave leave that in and just take that out, and then this stays here. There you go. Also, it is midnight. That's a good. Oh no, wait. It's only hour and a half. We still go for another half hour. Thank you, Manu. That's appreciated. Lefkoff is Escher's family name, correct? Hey, oh, I get to put somebody in on here. Joe Hills rating with 500 odd people. It's the first time I get to put my name in on this game because I have never done
Put
this.
your name in. Don't put.
No, oh my God. I always give the GCs away. Joe, what are your initials? Or is it just Joe?
It's JBH.
JBH.
Joseph Benedict Hills. I come from a very Catholic family.
Okay.
Oh my god, I was gonna say Bartholomew, but that's like almost as like crazy.
Right,
Benedict? That's interesting.
Okay. I kind of like this. Does everyone else feel comfortable mentioning their middle names?
Yes,
When you put
I'm
my
comfortable
score
with
in,
that.
George, the A is actually for anonymous. I do not have a middle name.
Okay.
I do not have a middle name either, so.
Okay. Wow.
They got tired
that's-
after the first kid. They're like, you know what? The second and
Not
third kid, we
even-
don't need to give out more names. Are you kidding me? Get out of here with that.
Sammy Higgins is a Dolly Parton song. You need to guess, says CNK. You should know his initials, George. They should be plastered all over the Guardians of the Galaxy pin. You're absolutely right. They should be
Speaking of
plastered all
humble
over
brag,
that.
my
Yeah,
goodness.
I mean, yeah, I actually do. I am on the Guardians pin, unless Escher's already wiped me off it.
I haven't brought it in yet. It's still in the back of the truck. Yeah, by the way, if somebody wants to steal a Guardians of the
Yeah,
Galaxy...
I was gonna say, George, don't tell people that.
Danger
I'm gonna
is
guess
my
Sammy's
middle name.
is Island Stream.
I was
No,
gonna guess
it's-
Sammy's middle name is Jolene.
Yeah, that's gotta be it, right?
Jolene. Oh my gosh.
Did I hear Joe Hill's middle name is Beverly?
Benedict.
Benedict. Oh, I tried to get my daughter named Beverly, and my ex-wife would not have it. This was probably not a contributing factor to the divorce, but I can't rule that out.
You almost had me. That would have been the third time on stream with a spit
You
take.
had spit take.
It's gonna be a
come
thing
over.
people are gonna.
No. Vertzilla, please, thank you for the offer. You're amazing, and I will definitely take you up on that and get you over here to play some Guardians of the Galaxy at the same time. But I'm done. I'm going to get some actual sleep tonight. I did not get sleep last night.
Yeah.
But thank you.
You know what you should do to get more sleep is you should drink more, George. When last time you made a cocktail for yourself?
You think that's
Oh, that will definitely help you sleep, yes.
I think Dice has a remedy for that.
Dice has a remedy? Wow, and oh, we lost the camera.
Oh, I've got so many types of remedies. If you just want something that'll help you get to sleep, I recommend our strain Comatose.
You have a comatose strain?
Yeah, it's a pre-roll that's 95% THC, and the whole wrap is coated in keef.
Delicious.
That sounds delicious. It also sounds, I don't know, it's a little scary.
It's actually cupcake flavored.
Like I'm gonna die.
Why is that scary? You live in Colorado. Isn't the air like all just weed smoke? Like that's gotta be what you're like inhaling all the time there.
It's a game we play called Skunk or Weed.
That is
Yeah,
a
I play
game.
that here too, but it's usually just skunk.
Just read tax forms.
Oh, hey, are we stoner friendly here? Oh, hey, you guys are in Colorado? Yeah, null Zell. And I mean, as long as you're doing something legal, there shouldn't be any issues.
The air is forest fire. Says does
Legal and moral are not
On paper.
the same thing. Just so you know.
Yeah.
Sorry, legal and what?
Legal and moral is not the same thing.
Are you saying that weed is not moral?
No, I'm saying weed is not legal.
Oh, that its state of legality is not moral.
Oh
Well,
God,
yes,
I
that as
flew
well.
into
But I'm just
Denver.
saying, for places that it is illegal, it does not mean it is immoral.
Oh. No. I'm just trying to make sure that when I make a statement like that, I'm not doing so and gonna get myself in trouble. That, like, we follow the rules here on Don't Panic Flip.
Don't all you there in Colorado partake of the devil's lettuce?
I heard somebody else call it devil's lettuce recently.
That was probably Queen Dark Lady. I think that's the one who said it.
Okay.
Oh God, I flew in and out of Denver on my to Nashville, running through the airport at that altitude. Not great.
Yeah, the altitude here is genuinely, like, it's very impactful.
The air is thin, but the weed smoke is thick.
Oh wow, that was a really bad double drain.
Nolzell's Colorado local as well, blazing some grape drink. It's a wonderful purple indica. And up next on the Fort Collins Shopping Network, we have a lovely sativa that will be going all day.
I don't know how to. I actually don't have anything to show off.
Mozilla
And
says,
speaking of the Home Shopping Network, did you guys know George has merch?
I feel like I need to update that. I love my emotes, but I feel like I'm ready for some updated T-shirts.
Well, don't update it until someone gets the tattoo.
Is somebody actually going to get the tattoo at some point?
Do you know how many people are saving points for that?
Really?
Oh yeah,
A tattoo of what now?
don't get that tattoo.
I thought they were saving for you to get the tattoo.
It could be me or them. It's completely. Queen Dark Lady has almost 70k. Higher Peanut at 60. Oh my gosh.
I told you, George, people want you to get these. It's just it's a really high amount, which is fair because tattoos are.
Actually, wait.
The pangolin would be
luxury item.
meaningful.
So, Sammy, it's any one of my emotes, right? Like, you can either, I will pay for you to get any one of my emotes tattooed, or vice versa, you can redeem it and you get to pick which one of the emotes of mine that I get tattooed on me. You do not get to pick the location.
Nintendo Rami says,
Oh my
I've
god.
got 139,000. Are you kidding me, Nintendo Rami? MPT, oh my god, there are so many people who are halfway there. I guess I need to limit it to the number of emotes I have for
it'll be like a
redemptions.
drawing.
Oh my, yeah,
Well, George,
everybody
you
just
never
redeems
did
them in
add
one
the
night.
Reese's cup throwing up peanut butter or the hot dog eating the hot dog.
I still have those
Oh,
emotes
right.
to do.
Hot dog
Are
and the
you-
hot dog.
No, you're up.
You wanted to do the, you wanted to
that
get
should've
the,
been
Oh, it's an
the
extra
OG.
ball. Sorry.
Like the good old days.
Which one is the, oh, the actual,
Hot dog and the
the,
hot dog.
that's right. That's when I
I totally
met you.
forgot. That's one of those things where I keep getting reminded of that. Like, oh yeah, I do remember saying that now. Like, I will forget about it for weeks or months, and then get reminded of it. And
in my
Yeah, it's
idea,
definitely a tattoo
vastly
idea.
inferior one biting yours, I wanted George to have a Reese's cup throwing up peanut butter.
That is just not a great tattoo. Like, I'm not super excited about that. You know where to put that one. Can Manu and I team up and go in on it together with our points? No, Queen Dark Lady. There's no teaming up. Next,
if you were to do the Reese's peanut butter cup, it won't be a tramp stamp at least, right?
I get to
Do you
pick
get
the
to pick the location? Yeah, right there. George had these like sweatshirts that had a logo across the small of his back, and I called them his tramp stamp sweatshirts.
Yeah, I had 3 of them.
Yeah, because he loves when there's branding right across the small of his back.
It was an interesting design choice.
Hashtag crotch advertising.
There's the callback.
And
Nailed it.
we circle just like a perfect comedian.
Yep.
Always quick with a joke or to light up your sticky icky.
Sticky icky.
But there's some place that you'd rather be.
Sing us a song, you're the pinball man.
There you go.
Crotchvertising, says Ice Ski-Doo.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say Nadsvertising, but okay.
Nadsvertising.
I think
Nice.
Pelvertising might be.
Madvertising just sounds like some really worked up, like red-faced, sweaty business guy just screaming his pitch at you.
Badgertising.
No, Nads, like gonads. Not mad as in
No,
like
she
you're mad
said
in the head.
vagitizing.
Like
Badgertising.
Nads.
No, I know. I just
Yeah,
like
what
there's
Jeff Ford
gotta.
said, yeah.
I mean, we gotta be equal with the genders. It just you said nads, I said badgertising.
Well, I mean, it was only just this year that I had to tell George what the definition of the band Pearl Jam was.
I don't.
I didn't know. And I
You said
still-
you gave Mary Jane a pearl necklace. You did not get the point of that story.
I just
What
had
is
George
that?
turn into like a 10-year-old innocent boy. Thinking about
That's
the
not
first time
hard.
I
I
learned that.
ruined his night when I told him that.
I don't. You're gonna have to explain to me.
It's
Pearl
not.
Jam is it's exactly what it sounds like. It's a euphemism for a guy's bazooka juice.
I like you went with bazooka. I feel like that's a
That's rather aggressive, no?
yeah.
It's
Bazooka?
the name of one of the most popular bands of all time.
Wait,
No, the
bazooka
bazooka
juice?
seems very aggressive when
Yeah.
referenced.
What is just a leaky water balloon?
The fluid that emerges from a man's satanic meat piston.
I mean, we understand what's happening here. There doesn't need to be, different iterations of the same thing. I think we got it.
His crumb diddlyumptious, his cash and prizes.
Everyone's very quiet right now. I'd really appreciate someone else saying something.
Yes. So tax season is almost here.
So, George, you have merch. Taylor and I were just working on a new shirt design, a secret shirt design.
Ooh,
that,
is this for you and your stream, or is this for Bells and Chimes?
This is, it's kind of on the side of Bells and Chimes. I mean, it does represent Bells and Chimes, but it's not for members of the Bells and Chimes, it's for supporters of Bells and Chimes. And once we
Okay.
get those shirts made, you'll be one of the first people to know about it.
Okay. I still have a pin on my backpack from Bells and Chimes.
Nice. Thank you for the support, man. Yeah, I have a couple of other shirt ideas that I'm trying to work out. It's been a while since I've done some Photoshop and whatnot, so.
No.
This is key, absolutely key, Tracy.
What if it's a lock?
No. The shirt has to be made from tri-blend, right? Like tri-blend or
What
death.
if it's duo blend? Bazooka
No.
Joe, you nasty. I think
Okay,
you are
I
Dice.
like
You are
that
now.
George actually, like, when he wanted to buy the shirt from Game Terminal, he's like, "Is it okay if I touch it first?"
This is no joke. Like
No,
Sensory
he jokes in the
issues.
streams all the time about like, oh, it's gotta be tri-blend, it's gotta be tri-blend, and then like he's gonna buy a shirt and he's like, but you know what? Could I just feel it? And the guy's like, I guess, whatever.
Yeah, it was kind of an awkward request.
Is it a sensory thing? Is it an allergy thing, or is it just a preference?
It could be a little bit of both.
I don't.
Because you do have allergic reactions to a lot of ish.
It's just better. Like tri-blend is the best.
I mean, don't
You're
come
a
at
shirt
it like a
snob. Okay,
D-bag.
gotcha.
But like, legit, like got him a blanket for Christmas, and like he washed it, and like all of a sudden he like almost went into anaphylaxis.
Yeah, that was pretty awful.
And it was like a carbon neutral, recycled materials, cotton blend blanket.
It checked all the boxes. But what's funny is I washed it 6 times before using it, and it still hit me really hard. But tri-blend is
Wait,
just
so
awesome.
like you got like a rash, or you like legit like couldn't breathe? Like what was
No, like
happening?
legit couldn't breathe.
Both.
Did I get a rash?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, not now. That was like 6 months
I mean,
ago.
is it still there?
You know,
See,
what made me
Mr. Hardluck.
for you, George. There's people in chat doing it.
Mr. Hardluck, I won't lie, my DPF shirt is one of the comfiest shirts I've ever, like, it just, tri-blend sits well. It is very comfy, it's stretchy.
It plays on his décolletage very well.
Yeah.
I mean,
Décolletage, what does that word mean?
it's this region. Oh, your camera, we broke your camera. I pointed at your chestles and it broke your camera.
The chestles, what is that?
Dice,
It's
explain to
short for your
George.
cards of your deck of cards, I think.
Janelle
Is what
Tracy has
you were
made it
saying.
very clear she doesn't want me to use any more euphemisms tonight, so I cannot
Okay.
help you.
Tracy's gonna have to explain to George what chestles are.
I have no idea. I am not helping with that at all. I know the camera went out at the same. The problem is the camera is overheating. It's not that hot in here. It's like 72.
I think it's a bit warm.
Aren't you wearing a sweater dress?
Yes, she is wearing a sweater dress.
Way to
which is
put
earlier
logic
she-
into it, Dice.
What's that?
Am I muted?
No, you're not muted.
I feel like I'm in a Zoom call.
You need a flipper fan. I do need a flipper fan on the camera.
I think your thermostat's broken. It says it's 73, but it also says it's 1117.
Yeah, I haven't updated one of those. That doesn't have enough power. If we had flipper coil fans,
What
we
was
could hit that.
that
You said they're all
product?
decked out, but where's the fan? You need to get like a whirlwind fan or something on top of it.
Oh, well, it doesn't have a fan, but it does have the eye thing from the Turtles, I don't remember what that... Technodrome, yeah. So it has the Technodrome, and the eye just moves around, and it has a whole bunch of lights on it with some plastic. It is very cool.
Dice has been reduced to only nouns for the rest of the evening.
Pinmonk, not only for flippers, Pinmonk also has the flipper coolers. JZ, you are up over
I
here.
think my
Oh, did your headset... Oh, you were at medium power on the headset, so you can't hear anymore.
because I was
Hey,
hearing.
Fliptronic.
No, I hear Tracy.
Hey, hey.
Okay.
Dice, can you say something?
Hi, Fliptronic. No,
Testing. 1, 2,
Oh.
testing.
Yep, I hear Dice.
no, I don't have the screaming sun. I'm sorry. But I will make sure to get that back to you, and Game Club Central also redeemed one earlier as well.
So those
I'm
are.
kind of glad you turned it off, George. It's a lot.
It's a lot. Also, of course, Game Club Central tried to
Definitely a lot.
redeem it seconds after you raided earlier. So I'm kind of happy it didn't trigger. Screaming Suns, total. Well, Higher Peanut. That's the other way that we tackle that. Is I start introducing redemptions that are that you can't say no to. Like you see the redemption, you're like, I have to spend points on that, like a Screaming Sun, which reduces the chance of tattoos. That said, I'm not opposed to a tattoo. I kind of want the dabbing narwhal at some point. I pinged Zombie Yeti, who has done the artwork on this pinball machine right here. Oh, nope, wrong one. I pinged Zombie Yeti and I asked if he could redo my dabbing narwhal emote in a vaporwave style, like a narwhal with cool sunglasses, dabbing off in a corner while smoking a cigarette or something. It was supposed to look really, really cool.
Is smoking a cigarette is out.
No, but
Dabbing
not in
makes
synthwave.
you
It's still
old.
there.
I feel like the narwhal needs to be like doing something else.
But it's a candied cigarette.
Okay, but I don't know if that's like I don't know if the Twitch terms of service will let you have like things that promote smoking, because there's a lot of legal stuff about advertising and kids and smoking, and Twitch wants to run ads on your stream.
That's a really good point. So, okay, we won't do smoking.
What if he's chewing bubblegum?
There you go.
Or brushing his
Wow.
teeth?
He could be brushing his teeth. That's less cool.
No,
I'm gonna
brushing
be
your teeth is
hopping
very
off here for the night, guys. I got to get up early and renew my passport.
Night,
Okay.
guys.
Dice,
travels.
have a great night. We're going to be ending here. I think this is our last game.
Radio. Have a good night, everybody.
Radio to you too. I don't know if that's what you said.
Radio 22.
George, if you get a tattoo that's anything like your moving background, that will look real insane, like in a great way. Like if it was just lines, and the lines are all like pink and blue and purple and stuff. It would look
Okay.
really great.
It's typically everything I have so far, with the exception of my very first tattoo. Nice. Oh no. Which was
Straight down the middle.
a sun on my shoulder. But everything else is all book related.
There or there?
Right shoulder, yeah.
Yeah, with all the not constellations. What are the other things?
The symbols for like Cancer and Libra and things like that.
Astrological
zodiac.
signs.
Zodiac
Yes, thank
signs, there you go.
you. Eating a special brownie, says Spud Killer. Fliptronic says, there it goes.
Oh, there it goes.
There it goes.
So, but everything else is book related. So this would be the first time I get a tattoo of something that's not book related. Even
Yeah.
the
So you write a
dragon.
book about it.
I'm sorry.
You can write a book about it.
Oh, there you go. I make a kids
until you
book or
write
something.
your first Don't Panic Flip book, autobiography.
Yeah, fun fact, when you were getting that, you walked into the room at the same time I was getting this.
Yes, we were tattoo buddies.
Yeah. You started before me, and I finished way before you. Right?
I'm having a hard time making it past that obvious layup, but I'm not taking the bait.
Oh, wait. Oh, ha.
Yeah, thank you, Fliptronic. Jordan was there with me. Spud Killer, that was eating a special brownie. No, wait, that wasn't a suggestion for what the narwhal could be doing instead of smoking a cig. Oh, that was, sorry. Yeah, but writing a book means you have to actually write a book, and writing is hard. Sammy Higgins, completely agree. Yeah,
But you like writing.
I do like writing, but
You
writing
can write a
book is
picture
hard.
book.
Yeah, but then you gotta hire an illustrator, or even worse, illustrate a picture book.
Yeah, that to me
I mean,
seems
come
not
on.
fun.
You can doodle, I'm sure.
Tracy, do you draw?
I haven't in a hot second, but I used to do some artsy-fartsy stuff. But I'm starting to get my creativity back in swing here.
I had this really cool, moment in one of my, where I wrote this couple of paragraphs, let's say. I don't know what to call it. Almost like an essay on creativity, because what happens is I go through maybe like 2 or 3 months where I have to really force myself to be creative, and then it starts to build back up, and then I feel like I can be creative for a bit. And I tried to visualize creativity as like a beaker of some sort of a liquid. And the beaker can get bigger the more you exercise that like creativity muscle. So it can store more liquid. And then you can use that liquid to be creative, but also what uses that liquid is like vices or other, like a Spudkiller, a creativity reservoir, but vices or other things like watching television or you
day
end up,
jobs.
Yeah, day jobs, exactly. Like if you really dislike your day job, you may end up using that creativity just to get through the day.
Sammy Higgins says that they get paid to write.
How many
so they don't
spoons
like
do you have for
Oh.
creativity?
How many what?
it. Spoons.
How many spoons?
How many spoons?
Have you never
do
heard that
So in
before?
some cultures they
No.
use spoons instead of forks to eat rice, George. But other people use it to measure their ability to apply themselves in a particular situation.
I am so confused right now. What?
So but the spoon theory is basically like you have a certain amount of spoons that you have for, doing activities, or it's basically like how much energy you have for certain things.
But what's the
So how many
significance
spoons
of
you
the
have
spoon?
towards, one thing, you may not have enough spoons to put towards another. So if all your spoons are used up, you might not have a lot of spoons for, fun stuff.
There is no spoon from Neo. Das Borg says my spoons were plastic and they all broke. So, but
I mean,
I am
both those theories definitely apply to me as well, for sure.
right.
Yeah, there's something called the knife theory as well, where basically you can push yourself beyond your spoon limit to your direct physical detriment. And with my digestive stuff, I didn't realize how much I was leaning into that knife drawer until I quit when we first got sent home from my day job because of COVID, I went from like getting sick at night like 4 or 5 times a week down to like once a week. And then once I quit my day job entirely, it was like once or twice a month. And I was just like, oh, I thought with this digestive problem, I would just be sick all the time. But like, no, it turns out that if I don't stress myself out a insane amount, like, oh, I could just be relatively functional like other human beings. I was putting all my energy into this job,
Yeah.
Right.
If you don't have all this energy going towards earning a living, which is a ridiculous saying in my opinion, you actually can live.
Yeah.
It's weird, huh?
Huh. And what was blowing my mind was the fact that we were talking about spoons. I'm like, I am not getting the connection. But Queen Dark Lady says spoons were used because what was readily available as a prop for the person who came up with the theory. Got it. So like one of those, I got this thought, and they go to the drawer and pull out a bunch of spoons. This is the amount of creativity you have, and then we start taking them away to do other things. I like that. It makes the story so much more fun.
So so are you talking about when you say the knife theory, you started to cut away all the
Well,
things
no.
that-
So the idea is that like people kind of have a natural threshold if they have certain physical problems, like my digestive thing, where most people would know better and just say, "Oh, I should stop doing this." But because I have like trained my willpower, I was in ROTC to be a Marine Corps infantry officer and stuff like that.
Oh, shit.
I was pushing through my body's natural limitations to the point where at the end of the day I was just absolutely wiped out, and it was causing me a ton of long-term problems. So the idea is that like, what if you just pretend you have more spoons than you have? Well, that's knife theory at that point, if that makes sense.
Huh.
It's like, I don't have many spoons to do the dishes to make sure I have spoons in my drawer. So I'm going to go and eat my cereal with a knife.
With a knife,
because,
got it. I was just wondering if we're okay. So we're
shit, I don't
continuing
have
with the
spoons.
metaphor of silverware, and rather we went from spoons. We're skipping forks entirely, and we're going straight to knives. And I just didn't know if there was significance to the fact that it
We're
was a
just trying to
cutting
avoid
instrument.
any innuendo there.
Oh, nicely done. Okay,
Well, Dice already left, so I don't think we have to worry
Yeah,
too much
okay,
about
and Tracy, I need to apologize. I was gonna maybe I should message Tracy about this earlier, but you know what? I'm gonna do this now. I'm sorry. I know when you were like, somebody should jump in here. I'm like, I just don't know what to say when stuff like that happens. It's because it's not great, but I don't know how to make it not worse. And most of the time when I jump in on stuff like that, I somehow make it worse, even when I'm trying not to. So I just kind of freeze up. Sorry about that.
Sorry,
Sorry,
it's fine. We all have our things,
Was the tax conversation not a valid context switch there?
I think that.
Yeah, but it should have come 25 seconds earlier.
How come your camera's not reading?
No. I mean, it's fine. It's in the past. It's okay.
It's like 10,000 spoons.
I mean, how many spoons did you have at that moment? You know what I mean?
I mean, I am at the end of my day. This is my wind down type of thing.
Yeah.
I streamed for 6 hours, I think, before I raided George, and I've been hanging out here.
Yeah, that is
went live about 2 hours ago. So yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Are you playing Minecraft?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, oh man, I have so many more questions, honestly, about the Hermitcraft stuff.
You should definitely start a game and talk while you're playing, because I don't think it's time to end the stream yet.
It is. I want, but I can't keep the camera going. The camera on me, it keeps dying every seemingly about 3 minutes now. Man, I've got more questions, but I got a quick one for you, Joe. So on Hermitcraft, at this point, you've got you and 20 plus other people all building and fashioning this world. And I watched you today, and you seemingly had so much direction as to what you were doing. Do you have a plan? Is it more organic? And are you coordinating with the other Hermitcraft people?
Well, in today's case, that was a special Monday stream we do called Hermits Helping Hermits, where if somebody has a big project that they can't execute on their own, they lay out their vision and simple, repetitive ways other people can help them accomplish that vision, right? And so in this particular case, there was a lot of direction about one very geographically isolated project and how to make that happen. But on the whole, we're just making stuff up as we go, and we occasionally will do something like that when we have something that's too big for us to individually make up as we go. But I didn't know I was doing this yesterday, right? I just showed up today and was told, hey, get to work, that sort of thing. Let's hang out and do stuff,
Okay. Still, it looked like a ton of fun. You had so many other fun people in there, like Zombie Cleo. There was somebody whose first name started with an I feel like, and
Ijevin,
Ijevin, and it was just, it was, I don't know, it was cool to see such a coordinated effort to universally build stuff. I really enjoyed it, and I had you on mute the majority of the time because I was in and out of meetings today. But yeah, it's still
a wise decision. Yeah, you don't need to hear me the whole day.
But so on that note, you guys, we have Joe Hills. If you're not already following or watching Joe Hills, make sure to follow Joe Hills either on Twitter, on YouTube, or Twitch, and that's twitch.tv/Joe Hills. Also, we've got Outer Spacey Tracy, and I think it's Tracy from Outer Spacey. So click her name, click the follow button. She streams, oh my god, this camera, all the time. This camera is not supposed to overheat. So
maybe
click
it's
the
been
name.
drinking too.
I'm sorry.
Alcohol kind of brings up the body temperature, so
It could
it's
totally
also
be
wearing a
that.
sweater dress and drinking.
Nice sweater dress, by the way. That's awesome. It's stelliferous. Or I would say it's out of this world. How about that?
It's Outer Spacey too.
Oh, and it's Outer Spacey. I didn't catch that. Wow. Very nice.
I was
Put a
gonna say
new
it looks
cam-
kind of cosmic, or it's maybe bats. I couldn't really tell, but I like
it's-
it. Whatever.
It's all the animals. So it's got there's even a narwhal.
Oh, I see.
I was
now.
trying to see where the narwhal was. That's what oh, there it is. It's right there. It moved from my boob to my armpit.
I was looking at the negative space. I was like, those look like bats, maybe. I can't really.
Oh,
I was just inverted.
All right. You guys, check out Outer Spacey Tracy. Check out Joe Hills. Thank you so much for hanging out, everyone, this evening. When the camera comes back on, you'll see that we are leaving shortly. So have a good one, and everyone, please be safe. We'll be back on tomorrow with a different pinball machine. And thank you so much for hanging out. Bye.
cool
Thanks, George.
camera.
Have a nice night.
Night.
Have you been inundated with ads and questions related to TPN's now famous homemade pinball pudding line of puddings? Questions like,
TPN's pinball pudding is so good, it must be illegal, right?
What the fuck is pinball pudding?
How can a collection of content creators also be a pudding? That makes no sense.
and we hear you. You want to know what makes TPN so special? The answer is in TPN's secret ingredient. Simply proof. Other puddings may say they have it too, but watch as they're unable to back those statements up.
Well, I'm not a crook.
Do we have evidence of that?
It might be a tumor.
It's not a tumor.
Evidence? Evidence?
Richard, do I have a mark on my face? Right here. Not here or here so much, but right here.
That's evidence.
We built this city on rock and roll.
Again, request for more evidence.
You can't handle the truth.
Do we have evidence of that?
Nobody makes me bleed my own blood. Nobody.
Evidence?
Sought TDI clean diesel with up to 814 highway miles per tank.
Do we have evidence of that? Evidence?
Isn't it time you gave TPN's famous homemade pinball pudding line of puddings a try? And check your local retailers for these amazing original and fantastic new flavors from TPN's famous homemade pinball pudding line of puddings. You asked and we listened. Each TPN pinball pudding package is packed with our special ingredient. The proof is truly in the pudding.